Today you are going to learn built-in functions. So let's start. Built-in functions are the functions that are built into Python and can be accessed by a programmer. So it is very clear that built-in functions are already built or made in Python. Okay, and whenever it's required, programmer can access them. These are always available, and for using them we don't have to import any module file. Python has a small set of built-in functions, and most of the functions have been partitioned to modules. This was done to keep core language precise. First built-in function is apps. It returns distance between x and 0, where x is a numeric expression. Apps -45, 45. Apps 119L, 119. So absolute value removes the negative sign and gives you positive value. Max xyz, it returns the largest of the arguments, where xy and max 80, 100, 1000, so it returns the maximum value, that is 1000. So here many numbers of you can use. Its opposite is min xyz. There is no limit to pass the arguments. It returns the smallest of its arguments, where x, y and z are numeric variable expressions. Min 80, 100, 1000, so it returns the minimum value, that is 80. Minimum -80, -20, -10, minimum value is -80, so it returns -80 in front of you. CMP_xy, it returns the sign of the difference of two numbers, -1 if x is less than y, 0 if x is equal to y, and 1 if x is greater than y, where x and y are numeric variable expression. So comparison or CMP function 80 and 100. So 80 is less than 100, so it returns -1. CMP 180, 100, so 180 is greater than 100, so it returns 1. Next is div mod. Div mod xy returns both quotation and reminder by division through a tuple when x is divided by y, where x and y are variable and expression. So it returns reminder and division. C. Div mod 14.5, so quotient is 2 and reminder is 4. Div mod 2.7, 1.5, so quotient is 1 and reminder is 4, 1.2. Len s returns the length of the number of items of an object. The argument may be a sequence, a string, tuple or list, or a mapping dictionary. See A 1, 2, 3. This is a list. Len A, what is the length of list? 3 only, so it returns 3. B equal to hello. Len B, how many characters are there? 5 characters, so it returns 5. Next built-in function is range. Start, stop, step. This is a versatile function to create list containing arithmetic progression. It is most often used in for loops. The argument must be plain integers. If the step argument is omitted, it defaults to 1. If the start argument is omitted, it defaults to 0. The full form returns a list of plain integers. Start plus step, start plus 2 asterisk step if step is positive. Let's take one example, range 10. So it create a list from 0 to 9. Range 1, 11. So it starts from 1 to 11. 1 and 11 steps are there. So a list is created from 1 to 10. Range 0, 30 and step is 5. So it starts from 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 because step is given 5. Range 0, 10, 3. Here 3 steps are given. So it starts from 0, 3, 6, 9, table of 3. Range 0, minus 10, minus 1. So it starts from 0, step minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. It ends to minus 9. Next built-in function is round x n. It returns float x rounded on n digits from the decimal point where x and n are numeric expressions. If n is not provided, then x is rounded to 0 decimal digits. Let's take one example. Round 80.23456. It should be rounded up to 2 digit. Okay, then you will get 80.23 only because you have mentioned 2 digit. So output contain only 2 digits. Next, round minus 100.4 times 0, 56. 3 digits. But 3 digits are 00 only. So it prints minus 100.0 only. Let's take another example. Round 80.23456. Number of digit is not mentioned, so it takes 0. So it is printing 80.0 only. Apart from these functions, you have already seen the use of the following functions, that is bool function, char function, float, int, long, str, type, id, tuple function. Let's take another topic. It is composition. Composition is an art of combining simple functions to build more complicated ones. That is, result of one function is used as the input to another. Let's understand with the help of one example. Suppose we have two functions fn1 and fn2 such that a is equal to fn2 is called, argument is passed x and it is stored a. Okay, and another function f1 is called and a is passed as argument and then it is stored in b. Then call to the two functions can be combined as. Okay, these two statements can be combined and it be written as b is equal to fn1 and in place of a you can write fn2 x. Similarly, we can have a statement composed of more than two functions in that result of one function is passed as argument to next and result of the last one is the final result. Let's take one more example. Math.exp, math.log a plus 1. Here two functions are called. Degree is equal to 270. Math.sine, here sine function is called, and inside the sine function degree function is called. Degree is divided by 360.0 multiplied by 2 multiplied by math.pi. Here math.pi function is also called. Composition is used to package the code into modules which may be used in many different unrelated places and situations. Also, it is easy to maintain the code. Python also allows us to take elements of program and compose them. Now, students, we will discuss user-defined functions. User-defined functions. User-defined functions are those functions which are created and used by a programmer, made by the programmer and used by the programmer, made by the user and used by the user. So far we have only seen the functions which come with Python either in some file, module or in interpreter itself built in. But it is also possible for programmer to write their own functions. These functions can then be combined to form a module which can then be used in other programs by importing them. To define a function, keyword def is used. After the keyword comes an identifier, that is name of the function, followed by parenthesized list of parameters and the colon which ends up the file line. Next follows the block of statements that are the part of function. Before learning about function header and its body, let's explore block of statements which becomes part of function body. Block of statement. A block is one or more lines of code grouped together so that they are treated as one big sequence of statements while executing. In Python, statements in a block are written with indentation. Usually a block begins when a line is indented by 4 spaces and all the statements of the block should be at same indent level. A block within block begins when its first statement is indented by 4 spaces. In total 8 spaces to end a block. Write the next statement with the same indentation before the block started. Now let's move back to function. The syntax of function is def is a keyword, name of the function, then parameter 1, parameter 2, and there is no limit of the parameter, square bracket included. Statements optional, part of statement. Let's write a function to greet the world. See, here a function is defined. The name of the function is say hello function. There is no parameter. Line number 1. Colon is there. Print hello world. This is a statement. Line number 2. The first line of the function definition, that is line number 1, is called header, and the rest, that is line number 2 in our example, is known as body. Name of the function is say hello, and empty parenthesis indicates no parameters. body of the function contains one Python statement which displays a string constant on screen. So the general structure of any function is function header. Function header is the first line of the user defined function. It begins with the keyword def. When you declare a function, which keyword you need to use? Def, and ends with the colon and contains the function identification details. As it ends with colon, we can say that what follow next is block of statement. Function body consisting of sequence of indent 4 space Python statements to perform task. Definition: defining a function will create a variable with same name but does not generate any result. The body of the function gets executed only when the function is called invoked. Function call contains the name of the function being executed followed by the list of values, that is arguments, in parentheses. These arguments are assigned to parameters from LHS. See, say hello is called this function. Call invoke statement of this function. Here, say hello function is called. Will produce following on screen, and this is the output when say hello function is called. Apart from this, you have already seen many examples of invoking of functions in modules and built-in function. Let's know more about def. It is an executable statement at the time of execution. A function is created and a name of the function is assigned to it because it is a statement. Def can appear anywhere in the program. It can even be nested. Example: if condition def, a function is defined. The name of the function is fun. Function definition: one way. Else, def fun. Function definition: another way. Fun function, cause the function selected. This way we can provide an alternative definition to the function. This is possible because def is evaluated when it is reached and executed. Def function a is argument and semicolon colon. Let's explore function body. The first statement of the function body can optionally be a string constant. Do docstring enclosed in triple quotes. It contains the essential information that someone might need about the function, such as what function does, without how it does, that is summary of its purpose, type of parameters it takes, effect of parameter on behavior of functions, etc. Docstring is an important tool to document the program better and makes it easier to understand. We can actually access docstring of a function using doc function name. Also, when you used help function, then Python will provide you with docstring of that function on screen. So it is strongly recommended to use docstring when you write functions. example. There is example. We are here, a function is defined. The name of the function is area, and argument is radius, colon, calculates area of a circle. Docstring begins. Requires an integer or float value to calculate area. Returns the calculated value to the calling function. Docstring ends. See, area equal to radius asterisk asterisk 2. That means radius to the power 2. Radius to the power 2. Return a. Function is pretty simple and its objective is pretty much clear from the docstring added to the body. The last statement of the function, that is return statement, returns a value from the function. Return statement may contain a constant, literal, variable, expression or function. If return is used without anything, it will return none. In our example, value of a variable area is returned. Instead of writing two statements in the function, that is a equal to radius to the power 2, return a. We could have written return radius square 2. Here the function will first calculate and then return the value of the expression. It is possible that a function might not return a value, as say hello function was not returning a value. Say hello prints a message on the screen and does contain a return statement. Such functions are called void functions. So say hello was an example of void function because it was not returning any value. So a function which doesn't return any value, it is called void functions. Void functions might display something on the screen or have some other effect, but they don't have a return value. If you try to assign the return of such a function to a variable, you get a special value called none. Let's take one example. Here a function is defined. Name of the function is check. Name of the function is check. One argument is passed, an argument is num. Here colon is there. This is the body of the function. If condition is used and num is divided by 2, and it will return to the remainder. And if remainder is equal to 0, then print true, else print false. Result equal to check. Check function is called and 29 is passed. Okay, and 29 is divided by 2. Remainder will not be 0. Okay, remainder will not be 0, so it will return false. So it should print false. Okay, it will print false, but here it is assigning to the result. See what happens. False. false is printed, and print result false is printed. Okay, but print result, if you print the value of the result, it is printing none. Next, docstring conversion. Docstring conversion. The first line of a docstring starts with capital letter and ends with a period. This point should be noted. Second line is left blank. It visually separates summary from other description. Other details of docstring starts from third line. I hope you have understood the topic whatever I have covered today. If you have still any doubt, you can replay the video and listen it carefully once again. In my upcoming video, I will teach parameters and arguments. So you need to subscribe the channel. When video is posted, you will get the notification. Like the video, share the video with your friends so that they can learn Python programming as per syllabus of CBSE, free of cost. Just click on the description box and get a URL and open the website. Subscribe the website by entering your email ID so that you can get updated of the blogs which is regularly posted. You will get the benefit of all the recent development in informatics practice, computer science, sample papers, syllabus, examination timetable, which was uploaded in the website. You can fill the registration form to get registered so that you can ask any question to me and I can help you personally. You can send your feedback by filling the feedback form. Thank you very much for watching the video.